Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Trails to Daybreak 2. In the last part, we fumbled around Melzeldom. We did a 4 SPG to recover a missing or a lost music box. Got some a little bit more back. I don't know if it wasn't really a backstory on Dingo, but nice to see that he's being brought back in conversation. It was very touching. Now we need to head off to do continue our investigation of the city. Now that all that is out of the way, so let's head back to the back streets and see what is going on with this boy. Why would you run into a dead end? Oh boy.
まったくこのガキチョコマかととっととそのトランクを渡せ痛い目に遭いたくなきゃな
こいつは穏やかじゃねえなよ兄さんたち白昼堂々荒ごとかい
未成年に刃物を向けるなんてまともな連中じゃなさそうねどうする警察の厄介になるそれとも相手してあげましょうか
こいつらは確か首都の裏解決屋どもか
はあ
僕たちのことを知ってる 4SPG の噂を流したからかもしれないけど油断しない方が良さそうだね
っていうか私は違うからね解決事務所に入った覚えはないんだけど
運動無用邪魔者は始末する
あの武装は腕も両兵クラスか加減はいらねえ一気にぶちのめすぞ
うん了解
Alright. Damn mafia. Okay. Well, there's not much I can do. You know what? I got Rex! The same level as Jaegers? My ass, they got destroyed. Oh shit, I know why. Fuck. I know why they got destroyed. I'll fix it once I'm out of this.
実力はそこまででもなかったけど、あの銃の威力は厄介だ
No,
っ
they,
た
no,
わ
they
ね。
did not, and I know why.
この武装もしかしたら
ボゼ怪我はねえか
はいおかげさまで皆さん危ないところを助けていただいて本当にありがとうございましたってうわ
あらら、やっちゃったわね。
慌てなくても別に逃げやしねえっての
バンさんってこれって
Ooh. Wait, is this one of those boys we saw in the cutscene? The braided hairstyle kind of gives him away. This guy's This guy's our enemy, isn't he?
はい失踪して3ヶ月くらいになります
This guy's our enemy, isn't he? The braided hairstyle kind of gives him away. I recognize that braided hairstyle from the cutscene we had with the two that came up with that interacted with what's his nuts more Boris.
母さんのためにも行方を探さないとってこのトランクは父の部屋にあったものです何かの手がかりになるかもとそしたら
この数日あの妙な男たちに付け狙われるようになったと
裏通りとはいえ、あそこまでやらかすなんて、それなりの事情がありそうね。そのあたり、心当たりはないわけ？
その、はっきりしたことは何も。
そうかこいつの親父さんの件もしかすると裏の動きと連動している可能性もあるが
皆さんは 裏解決屋なんですよね。だったら父のことを。僕と一緒に父を探してもらえないでしょうか。
ルカ君。
でも手持ちのミラが。どうしよ
う。まあそれはともかく、またあの連中に狙われるかもしれないわね。大人がついてた方が安心でしょうけど、どうするの？
そうだな。もろもろ気にはなるが。悪いがルカ、その依頼は引き受けられね
え。やっぱりミラがないから？それとも僕が子供だからですか？
いや、そうじゃねえ。父親が3ヶ月も失踪。正直ギルドか警察を頼るべき案件だ。よそから来た裏解決屋なんて頼るよりも先にな。
それはそうなんですけど。
あれ、これって、
ま、俺たちもどこかで親父さんの噂を耳にするかもしれねえ。そん時は連絡してやる。それでどうだ？
わかりました。ちょっと残念ですけど、どうかよろしくお願いします。
約束するわ。その代わり一人で危ない場所には行かないこと。いいわね。
はい。皆さんもどうかお気をつけて。
The innkeeper will watch over him for the time being, so you can rest easy. Yeah, not much for an armed assault with all the foot traffic that this place gets. So, do you think Luca's dad was caught up in something shady? Without a doubt. These streets won't turn squeaky clean overnight just because the mafia was wiped out. Mesodom's always been on the rough side, but that recent shift is making more waves than ripples. Luca getting jumped might be just another aftershock of Amano's big fall. I had a hunch this would lead back to them. It's bound to whenever the underworld comes up. The biggest tip-off was that photo. It was because it was the first Genesis, one Agnes has. Couple that with Luca's pops having criminal ties in the city Amano called home, and it all points to one thing. You think his father was part of the ranks? But aren't all their members in custody? Amano was a huge syndicate. It's not possible that a few stragglers slipped through the cracks. Not to mention the city was their base of operations for a long while. So they'd have plenty of places to lie low. It's just going to get better and better. If bears investigating, you might learn something about the legacy in the process. And what we should tell Luca? He seemed to be unaware of what his father was involved in. And again, he may have had an inkling, judging by his reaction earlier. Yeah, no matter how well his pops kept things on the slide, Luca still hesitated when the police and bracers came up. I'm not so sure he has the stomach to unmask the whole ugly truth. Not enough for us to take on his request, at any rate. That's just the Spriggan way, I guess. So, what's our next move? Well, we can't afford to drag our feet with those goons closing in. No way around it. One of us is gonna need to flex her connections. What are you looking at me for? Hold on, you don't mean... The very first Grimcat and the famed chancellor of bygone days. Even as a retiree, she seems like a powerful ally to have in our corner. I'll admit, Granny does stay on top of what goes on behind closed doors. She's practically got 6 cents for when something this fishy is brewing, no matter how big or small. To this day, she'll go sticking her nose into other people's business whenever the mood strikes her. Wait, I think I'm starting to get it now. Yep, chances are her sudden interest in your interest in latest gig isn't just surface level. It's at least worth asking her about. You're not giving much of a choice, are you? Grinds my gears to lean on her, but it's probably our best bet right now. I knew you'd come around. Shall we head to the shooting location then? Though now I think of it, didn't they say they were going to move somewhere else? Yep, assuming things are on schedule, they should be pretty close by. Let's go take a look around. Alright, so I wonder why I was able to breeze through that. It's because I messed around with the difficulty because I was fumbling around in the marching garden, and I wanted to expedite the process. I forgot to flip it back to normal. Closed. Alright. Result, all make daytime quests and side content will disappear. I think I've done everything I can get. I took in the bath. I did that at 4SPG. I think we're good.
あの資料はフェイクよ。急いでロンさん。はあ、なんとかして行き先だけでも。
待ってくれミシェル、これ以上危険なことは。
誰もいない。どうして？
ミシェル、おいミシェル。はい、オーケーです。
Alright.
ニナさん、すごいっす。リハナスの一発撮りだなんて。
いやー、たまげたな。しょっぱなからこの完成度とはな。
指導してくださった皆さんのおかげです。あ、監督、どうですか今のシーン。
ラム相手ならともかくわしのイメージに完璧に合わせてくるとは。ひらめいたわい。こうなったら最高にマーベラスにしてスペクタクルな追加シーンを撮るしか。監督、
またっすか。勘弁してくださいよ。
先輩にバンさんたちも。はーい、ニーナ。
調子もいいみたいだな。
Nina family.
改めて今日は撮影を手伝っていただいて本当にありがとうございました。ジュディス先輩とのコラボ作品、おかげさまでいいものにできそうです。
そいつは良かったが、何よりもお前さんの実力だろ。
うん。狼たちの鎮魂歌のヒロイン役、思わず見入っちゃったかな。
そう言っていただけると嬉しいです。こういったクロスオーバーは初めてなので戸惑いもありますけど。そうね。でも私も期待してるわ。ニナとどこまでやれるかね。先輩。はい、引き続きよろしくお願いしますね。
ニナ君、ちょっと相談なんじゃが。
はい、今行きます。呼ばれちゃったわね。それじゃまた後で。はい、現場でお待ちしてますね。
やれやれ。トップ女優だってのに伸びしろしか見えない。
悔しいけど同感ね。改めてポテンシャルに驚かされるっていうか。私も負けずにレベルを上げていかないと。
その言葉が聞けて安心したよ。
Dominique.
彼女との共演、あんたにとってもいい機会だったかもしれないね。その息があれば私のしごきも乗り越えられるだろうさ、ジュディス。
おばあちゃん、こんなところで気配消すのやめてよね、もう。あとおばあちゃんの特訓はちょっと撮影中は負担が大きいかなーなんて。
何遠慮してんだい。またとない機会じゃないかい。そうだろ。
わかったってば。もう勘弁してよ、おばあちゃん。
いろいろな意味で納得っていうか。
普段の力関係が見て取れるな。
それでそっちの二人はさっき撮影を手伝ってくれた子たちだね。 私に何か用事かいスプリガン。どうやら表の話じゃなさそうだが。
おっと、どうやら孫娘から聞いただけじゃなさそうだな。
ああ、あんたの噂は前から耳にしているよ。ひとまず話を聞かせてもらおうかい。
I see. Something sketchy afoot, that's for certain. I've heard about Coldest on Mana's legacy, but I can't say the same about them. It went so fast I couldn't even stop the auto text in time. But I can't say the same about them having stragglers. In either case, you seem to be left guessing. That's what we're hoping to get your take on. The way you're talking, it sounds like you've already done some poking around for the first one. You'd have to be real thick to turn the other way, assuming it actually exists. Amano's legacy has been a subject of much speculation throughout the underground grapevine. It's something of an urban legend at this point, especially now that most of the mafia is kaput. The rumor says it's a massive pile of Mira or some other grand treasure that was left behind. For a time, everybody and their mother was trying to find the thing. Though nowadays, it feels like the only occasional gangster or Jaeger is still worked up over it. But haven't the police made a thorough inquiry into Amano at this point? Just how likely it is that something was overlooked? Good question. Word is that they seized everything from shell company holdings to assets squirreled away in foreign countries. Any rational person would tell you there's no way that if anything of value would be glossed over. And yet, some folks have enough grounds to believe the search is worth keeping up. Some folks, meaning... All things considered, there's only one real answer. Luca's father? That makes no sense. The Calvardian Federal Police? No. You want to choose Zect? It's gotta be that new weapons manufacturer, Zect Arms. As I suspected, something about them moving into that building didn't sit right with me. They must have bought the place in hopes that something of Amana's remained. Yeah, and remember all that heat that those goons that jumped Luca were packing? Those were Zect Arms models, the kind you can't get on the market. Common sense says they've got a hot horse in this race. Now that you mention it, I've been noticing a lot of guys in black suits around town. It's a reasonable assumption. Regardless of their method, it's clear Zect Arms is hunting for something. That fits in nicely with everything else we know. Looks like the pieces are lining up for you. I wager one of them will provide a lead on tracking that boy's father down too. Luca's pops knows something about the legacy. Zect Arms wouldn't openly throw that much manpower at him if they weren't sure of that. Then perhaps this calls for a little digging on that front, Zect Arms started up just 6 years ago, as I recall. They're headquartered in one of the free cities, but their actual operations and what have you are shrouded in mystery. On the surface, they design and manufacture weapons while marketing themselves as a private military company. But beneath the veneer is a whole bevy of nasty business, from testing illegal armaments to inciting conflict in war zones. The thing is, nobody has enough evidence to punish them for it. Not even the confines of the law, anyway. What are you getting at, Grammy? Well, now look at the time. I really should be taking my leave. And Judith? If I said it once, I'll said it a million times. As the successor to the Grimcat name, it's on you to decide what to make of it. That includes what you end up doing with this. Are these floor plans? But whatever you do, don't go making a fool of yourself. Got it? Oh boy. She's one hell of a grandma. Talk about having an ace up your sleeve. And it's exactly the one we needed. Now we can give our Zect Arms the proper property inspection they never asked for. Ooh. CPSP! This is our nighttime inspection around the city. The kid went home then? Yeah, while it was still light out. He wanted to hang around until he heard back from you, but I figured he was better off steering clear. You made the right call. When do you want to leave, Vaughn? The two of us are ready when you are. No rush, though. We're still ahead of schedule. Now, hold on. You're not planning to go out this hour, are you? It's chilly this time of year, and the area hasn't been too safe these days. Don't worry about us. It's just a little errand. It won't be long. You sure? Well, if you insist. It's probably best to push this plan back as late as we can. Let's kill some time in town before we head over to you-know-where. Good thinking. We need to finesse this thing so hard that it leaves Grammy speechless. Whatever you say, Judith. Anyway, this is our chance to make sure our equipment is in order. Already did that. Oh, phone call. Hey, just popping in with an update from Marduk for support. Under further analysis, revealed a new floor of the marching garden, so check it out when you get a chance, Kay? Oh, good. New floors. New floors. Second floor has been added. Alright. What do we got around here? We got a couple 4 SPGs. Let's see, what are you doing? Excuse me? You didn't happen to run into an actor in that inn just now, did you? An actor? Did you talk about Judith? I swear I saw him sneaking in just a minute ago. Oh, aren't you? Oh, crap. You know, now that you mention it, I think we were doing some filming over by the hut during the day. Maybe it's worth checking over there? Honestly, I'd be pretty surprised if some big-name movie star was holed up in an inn like this. Yeah, I guess you're right. And it is dark out here, so maybe I mistook him for someone else. Sorry for the bother. Phew, sounds like I wasn't her target. I wonder what she was talking about then. Maybe it really was just a case of mistaken identity. Who knows? There is at least one person that comes to mind, though. Who? Who? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Madam! Reveal the secrets. Oh, sir, could I borrow you for a second? Something wrong? Well, kind of. You see, we had a young man come by to check into one of our rooms a little while ago. Dad was busy at the time, so I decided to take care of it for him. The man had this stylish brown hair, and when his sunglasses dipped down a bit, I could see he had these really gorgeous green eyes. Brown hair and green eyes? There's no way it's not him. So, what about the guy? He asked for a corner room, one next to a room that was already occupied. He even specified that he would prefer that the neighboring room be one without any women present. So I ended up putting him in the room right next to yours. Those are some pretty specific requests. Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to avoid being seen by anyone, and it struck me as a little suspicious. I thought about asking what was going on, but I wasn't sure if I should or not. Nah, if you thought it was suspicious, then there's no need to involve yourself further. Was he alone? Yes, he's been shut up in his room ever since we arrived. Got it. I think I'll be a good neighbor and check in on him then. Some of what you said has me a little concerned. Alright. What's going on here? Who's in here? This is his room, right? Hello? Anybody there? I'm the guy staying in the room next door. You guys like to talk? You said you're from the next door? What can I do for you? The young lady that checked you and told us a little bit about you. Said it seemed like you had something bothering you. I was pretty concerned. Now, I don't mean to meddle, but I see. I can understand why my behavior would come across as odd. But I'm sorry, I really prefer not to bother you with the issue. Well, if you can't talk to a stranger, how about a coworker? Judith? Sounds like whatever's going on is part of why you're related to filming. I see. Now I understand why you're here. Let me introduce myself then. My name is Ethan Smith. I'm an actor and I came to Mezzaldon for filming. However, as you already know, I happened to miss today's shoot. By the way, Judith mentioned that you took my place during filming. Well, you know how Director Gotti is. When he makes a request, there's no getting out of it. And I wasn't so much taking your place, I was just filling in for a bit. Definitely not planning a career change anytime soon, that's for sure. Besides, seeing you up close, I think it's fair to say your face is far more suited to the big screen than mine is. Actually, now that I think about it, I read about you on a magazine article recently. You're one of the hottest upcoming stars of 1209. Maybe not too upcoming given today. Well, I don't think you disrupted the schedule as much as you think you did. Mr. Guy said they'd only need a few partial retakes. You think so? Huh. By the way, well, how exactly do you three know each other? I guess the best way to put it is that I was one of Mr. Arkwright's former clients, and I'm one of his assistants. Putting that aside, though, why don't you tell us the reason why you didn't show up today? I heard it was because you weren't feeling well, but that wasn't true, was it? Well, you see, it's just... Listen, I get that sometimes there are good reasons for skipping work. But I'm gonna be real disappointed if you keep trying to hide the truth from us, especially with you acting all fidgety like that. After all is said and done, we're colleagues. If you can't trust me, then what does it say about our working relationship? Alright, I get it. It's just... By the way, here's my card. We do lots of behind-the-scenes work, if you catch my drift. Artbright Solutions? I didn't know people like you really existed. I think I understand how you met them now. I mean, that's the short of it, but yeah. If you can't go to the police or the guild, we're the guys you call. And if that's how you describe a particular problem, we might just be able to help you. I guess the rumors have already spread about my absence. It's only a matter of time. Alright, I'd like you to help me drive off a stalker. A stalker? Hey, keep your voice down. She used to be just another fan. But around the time I started getting popular, she began showering me with letters and gifts. Not only was she sending them to my agency, but she somehow managed to get them sent to my personal address too. Then I started feeling like I was being watched everywhere I went. It sounded like we're already outside the realm of a little celebrity crush then. Me being a little late today was because I was having trouble getting her to slip. I'm positive she's followed me at a mezzaldome. You know, I've heard a little bit about the mental state of stalkers before. When facing rejection from the object of their affection, not only will most people turn inward, they'll assume they did something wrong. But with stalkers, it's the opposite. They'll get angry at the other person for not reacting the way they wanted them to. It's textbook narcissism. She's already gone that far gone. Maybe it would be better to get the police or the guild involved after all. Well, I considered it, but it's not like she's trying to kill me or anything. I don't want this to go public either. It could end up driving my fans away. But I can't afford to keep holding up production because of this. I just need a way to sort this out amicably. I think the stock of yours might benefit from a consequence or two personally, but if that's what you want. Anyway, are you going to take this case, Vaughn? Sure. Alright, we'll do it. So, any idea what the stalker looks like? No, I'm not really sure. I've never actually seen her up close before. All I know is that she's a woman. I assume that's because she's trying to be stealthy. But although Ethan hasn't seen her, himself hasn't seen her, it's entirely possible that someone else has. Like someone on the film crew, for instance. Maybe we should start with them? Good idea. Let's go see what they have to say. I think the crew's doing some teardown work by the movie theater right now. Oh, by the way, has your manager tried doing anything about this? She's actually outside the inn right now, trying to keep an eye out. Not that she knows what the stalker looks like either, though. Oh, and I did have one other request for you. I'd like to keep this private. Don't worry about that. It's not exactly our first trip around the block. That's good to hear. Anyway, I'm sorry for all the trouble, but I really appreciate you doing this for me. I guess the manager was the person that we kind of like steered away. Alright. I was thinking maybe the stalker was a girl that we kind of like turned away from the inn. Hey, mans. A suspicious looking woman, huh? Woman. Woman. A woman, not a man-woman. Don't think I've seen anyone around like that, have you? Nope, I was too focused on packing up. Guess I wasn't really paying attention to my surroundings either. Maybe she didn't come this way. Or maybe my assumption was off. Sorry I couldn't be more of help. Have you tried asking inside the movie theater? Couldn't hurt to try. Good point, I guess it's worth a shot. Thanks for your help. Alright. Hello, Missy. A suspicious looking woman? No, I don't believe I've seen one like that. Several women have come up to the ticket counter, but they all seem rather normal to me. And no one's been asking around about someone in the lobby or anything? I don't believe so. They would have stood out to me otherwise. Alright, thank you. Then I guess you didn't come to the theater either. Looks like we still don't have any leads. I have Theo and Zeros running in reconnaissance mode, but they also haven't picked up any clues. Hello? What's up, Ethan? I've got good news! My manager said she managed to get a picture of the stalker. I'll have her bring it over right here right now. Alright. Sounds like that's just the lead we've been looking for. Alright. Oh, you're the manager. So the girl that we saw outside the end was the stalker, right? Ethan told me all about you. I'm his manager. I really can't thank you enough for your help. Well, we've got nothing to show for it yet, so you might want to save your thanks for later. Ethan said you have a picture of the stalker. Would you mind sharing it with us? Yes, I was just barely able to get a shot of her. Take a look. I knew it! Huh, she seems really normal. Maybe even a little uptight. Doesn't really strike me as a stalker type. I didn't think so either, but appearances can always be misleading. There's no doubt that she's the one that's been following Ethan around. Now I'll be heading back to the inn to check on him. Please keep us informed of anything else you find. Of course, we always see a job through to the end. She seems to take her job pretty seriously. I'm sure the situation must be awfully stressful though. Anyway, it looks like this picture was taken outdoors. Let's check out around the outside the theater. Wow, there's nothing to see. Hey, mans. You've been around the city. What have you seen? Have you seen this woman by any chance? You know, actually, I think I saw something like that on my delivery route earlier. We crossed paths and the stairs going down to the park nearby. The park, is it? Let's go take a look. I'm not totally sure it was her though. It was pretty dark, so I had trouble making out what she looked like. No worries, you've been a big help. Thank you. Sure. Hope we find her. Alright. Hey, mans. Oh, that lady? Yeah, I've seen her. She was hard to miss, the way she kept turning around, looking all over the place. It was like she was lost or something. Do you have any idea which way she went? Just down those stairs over there. Was she headed for the back streets? Not really the safest place for a woman by herself. She wasn't alone, actually. There was another lady with her. Strictly speaking, it looked like to me like the second lady was tailing the first one. She headed down the stairs, too. I guess Ethan's manager finally caught up with her. Thanks for the info. Let's hurry up before she gets away. Stalker troubles! Stalker troubles! Oop. What is it, Zeros? Vital signs detected. Vital signs? Hey, this is the one in the picture. Wait a minute, what gives? If she's the one we're after, then... Looks like somebody got the drop on her. Oh, you're alright. Yes, I think I'm starting to feel a bit more clear-headed. Sorry to do this while you're still recovering, but we're gonna need to ask you a few questions. You're Ethan's real manager, right? That's correct. I have my business cards if you need proof. No, that's alright. The picture you showed us is proof enough. I see now. Stalker secretly took the picture of Ethan's manager on the right. Which means the girl we met in the theater lobby was the real Stalker. She originally approached me by saying she wanted to talk about Ethan. I tried to shake her off by winding through the back streets, but we got into a fight and... Bad news, I can't get in touch with Ethan. We need to get back to the inn. I'm coming too. Also, it's been bugging me, but what exactly are you doing here, Judith? There's no time for that right now. We'll explain later. Oh boy. Oh good. However, someone at the inn informed him that he had left with a well-dressed woman. Ethan. I know stalkers aren't exactly rare in our line of work, but I never expected her to go this far. We better hurry and find them. There's no telling what she'll do next. Yeah, if we just had some kind of lead on which direction they went. Oh, my controller died. Cool. Hey, what's up with that stain on your foot? Oh, that? She stomped on my foot when we were fighting earlier. On your foot? Wait, that's it! We just need to read the pattern left from the sole of her shoe! Good idea. Then we can use shard search to track her. You can do that. Footprints are very specific. They reveal a lot about a person's style, their gender, even the way they walk. Let's have Field take a sample of that print. Sorry, it'll only take a second. Oh, sure, of course. Analysis complete. Adding visual representation to shard search imaging. That should do it. You should be able to see where her footprints lead now. Then all that's left to do is to follow her tracks. Leave the rest to us. We can't risk taking you into... No, I want to go too. My agency's problems are my responsibility. Well, you've got guts, that's for sure. Alright, let's go. Alright. Shard search! Bit of a scuffle. Oh, they're all over the place. Oh, there's a shard. No, I want that shard that's down there. Fine. Uh-oh. Oh god, crazy stalker. Stay back! Ethan! Looks like you all figured out things pretty quickly. Don't try to interfere. Ethan and I have something very important to discuss. Please help me. Look, just calm down. We can talk about this. This is exactly why I didn't want anyone else to get involved. Look what you've done, Ethan. All I wanted was to talk things out. Just the two of us. There's nothing to talk about. You claim to be a fan, but then you go and do something like this? You're crazy. Ethan, wait. Don't antagonize her. Look, just back away from him. We won't have to get the police involved. Our client doesn't want that either. Surely you're not willing to throw your life away for one man, are you? What do you know? I believed in him, but then he just threw me away like garbage. At least if we both die here, then we'll be together for eternity, right, Ethan? Oh gosh, he's fucking delusional. She's crazy. Threw you away? Wait a minute. Wasn't she just a fan? That's... Don't listen to her. She's completely flipped her lid. Just hurry up and get me out of here. Actually, I think we should hear what else she has to say. We may have made the request, but I'm the one who gets to decide how it's carried out. I was a fan. At the start, anyway. But he seemed to shine so brightly, I ended up falling for him. And then, I wanted more. So I sent my contact info on one of my fan letters. I even tried to get his attention on one of the events he was at. And then he finally started to recognize me. We even had dinner together one time. Stop. Please stop talking. Ethan told me he loved me. He told me I was important to him. To hear him say those words made me feel so warm inside. And eventually he didn't want to see me anymore. He wouldn't even answer my calls. That's not what happened. None of that ever happened. I don't even remember your name. I didn't mean that. So what did you mean, Ethan? That you took advantage of a fan? This is a lot different from what you told us at the start. So what if I did? I'm a young single guy. Why shouldn't I be allowed to have some fun once in a while? Ever since I got popular, I've been so busy all the time. I just wanted someone to take my mind off work for a while. And you got to play romance with a celebrity. Don't act like you didn't do anything, to get out of all this. I can't believe you. You're ready to commit murder over this dumpster fire? That's ridiculous. You don't need to keep letting this guy hurt you any more than he already has. So please, just put the knife down. I can't. Don't you see? I've done so much for him. There's no going back now. Stop. Don't come any closer. How should we handle this? Oh god, let fate decide? Jesus. Jeebus. Okay, so you can go for Triangle to catch her off guard. You get Law++ and Chaos+. You can suggest to leak her story. You get Gray++ or Chaos+, or you can let Fate decide and you'll get Gray++ only. I've already had a bit of Gray and Law, and not enough Chaos. So you know what? This guy dug his own grave. Let fate decide. Hell, it's not like any of this is my problem. Let's just leave it up to fate. Actually, now that I think about it... Huh? What are you doing? Stay back! You're stalling because you're still trying to decide what to do, right? How about this? Let's leave it up to a coin toss. Are you serious? Just a wager to see who's got better luck, that's all. If it's a heads, you two start dating for real and announce it publicly. Tails, you cut all ties, you never come near Ethan again. What do you say? Want to try your luck? That's ridiculous! Surely you can suggest something better than that. Think about it. You got a 50-50 chance to be done with her forever. Pretty good odds, right? Another way, no one ends up getting stabbed. I see. When you put it that way, yeah, I guess it's not a bad idea. Even if it comes up heads, I can still probably talk my way out of it. There's even the slightest chance we could be together. Ah, she's crazy! Okay, I accept. That settles it then. Alright. What's wrong? You sure okay with this? Huh? Even if you do end up with Ethan, what do you think is gonna happen after that? You probably already know where I'm going with this. Before I decide what your next move is gonna be, I need you to think long and hard about what will really make you happy. Don't think about what everybody else wants. Think about what you want. This is your last chance. Drop me out of the toss. I don't ever get involved with you again. Huh? That's what you wanted, right? Yeah. Yeah, of course. That's all I wanted in the first place. I did it! I won! I knew I was in the right all along! Oh! Now we're even. The girl mentioned that she would head home in the morning, so the group saw her to the station to say their goodbyes. Alright. You sure this is okay? After everything I've done, I just feel like I need to make it up to you. That won't be necessary. Ethan is the one who brought this on himself. What he did was a breach of contract, and our agency will make absolutely certain he's penalized for it. I suppose I'm at fault as well, for not realizing what was going on, I mean. Hey, I'm sure you did everything you could. At any rate, I think we can settle this privately. I understand. Thank you. Well, I should be going. Goodbye. Thank you for saving Ethan. I mean, we didn't exactly do it for free. I'll be heading off as well. I need to go grab Ethan and head back to the hotel. You know, I had no clue what you're doing with the whole coin toss bit. Warn a girl next time, would you? I guess she just wanted a little affirmation before making her decision. But you really gotta stop trying to act so cool and in control all the time, Vaughn. Ah, come on, there's more than one way to skin a cat, you know. Alright. Chaos! Alright. What we got here? The artist. Someone had that bright idea to vandalize one of my ships recently. I know it. Okay. So where am I going? Oh, it's right there. Hopefully I don't trigger the main story. That is vandalized.
なんだかちょっと怖いわね。
アルマータの連中が嫌がった頃はシャレじゃなかっただろうな。
Hey man. You must be the guy we're looking for. Arkwright Solutions. We're here about the request for your post you posted. Well, if it isn't the Spriggan, thanks for coming. Alright, step into it. Why don't you start by going over give us some more info about your request. It notes that you wanted us to catch somebody who's been spraying paint your boats. That's right, it's turned into a real problem. You see, I run a number of different businesses, and I use my ships for foreign trade. But just take a look at this one. That sure is something. Kinda impressive, honestly. They did it so quickly, too. One of my employees stepped away for just a moment, and there it was. Artistically speaking, it's very well done. Yeah, but I get why you wouldn't want a skull mark on a foreign trade vessel. Sounds like someone was trying to grief you. I don't mean for this to sound accusatory, but is it possibly wronged someone recently? No, I don't believe I have. Not that everything's been smooth sailing all the time, but things have been pretty stable in Mezzodon for a while now. However, I heard a few rumors recently. Apparently, this exact style of graffiti has become quite common sight in the area, even in public spaces. I suspect that whoever is responsible for those is also the one who did this to my ship. Huh. Now that you mention it, I guess we did see some graffiti around town earlier. Still, if it's really that big of an issue, why haven't you taken this to the police yet? Right. It seems a bit odd to reach out to a Spriggan for help. Given the nature of the image, the culprit could easily be held on charges for both property damage and slander. I suppose that's a fair question. But if something like this were to round me up, I'd never be able to do business in Mezzaldom. The thing is, even with Almada out of town, crime is still pretty high around here. Getting the law involved is a good way to build grudges. By going to a Spriggan, I'm trying to prevent any further retaliation. Is it really that dangerous around here? I guess you can't really be too careful about your livelihood. Agreed. If I hadn't been around, heard about Arkwright Solutions, I'd be in a world of trouble right now. Anyway, given the situation, if you find the suspect, I'd like to let them off with a simple reprimand. That is, if they agree to help clean out their R off my ship. What do you say? If you can help me? Well, it does sound like our kind of job. Still, I'm not too sure about this one, but should we just go ahead and accept anyway? Yes. Alright, it's a deal. We'll take your case. Thank you so much, I'm in your debt. Oh, and just so you know, the rumors didn't specify anything about what the artist looks like. That being said, I believe I've heard that they work almost exclusively at night. Using the dark to stay hidden, huh? Makes sense. Sounds like now is a good time as any to start investigating then. Yeah, let's head to the back streets first. If somebody's sneaking around at night, we'll probably find them there. I suppose it is we're most likely to find our next lead. Well, look at the time. I have some work I need to attend to, so I'll leave you to it for now. Would you mind giving me a call if you find anything? Feel free to ring me whenever. Will do.
解決業務開始だね。
Alright. Hey, mans. Sure looks a lot like the art we saw on that ship. Let's ask these guys about it. Hey, got a minute? I have a few questions about that piece over there. Huh? I haven't seen you around before. Sure, you guys like it too, huh? I've been thinking about it ever since we spotted it earlier. It's incredible. Was this done with spray paint? I doubt a public wall is the best place to be doodling, though. What did you just say? Look, it's not just doodling, alright, it's graffiti. Sorry. It's alright, Quatre. Graffiti is still kind of an on-the-rise thing. I heard about it before, but this is my first time seeing a piece so up close and personal. Yeah, it's pretty avant-garde. You guys really seem to know your stuff. Can't you just feel the heat pouring off this thing? Subtle messaging? When the world's trying to rein you in, you gotta break yourself out. Huh? I thought this was about causing havoc and wrecking shit. What? Man, this is exactly why I don't associate with uncultured losers like you. What'd you say to me? You're cruising for a bruising, pal. Hey, hold on, guys. To each their own, alright? So I'm guessing you two didn't make this. No, the real artist actually painted right over our piece of our own. I'm sorry to hear that. It's whatever. Just something that happens around here. Only so many places in town that let us do art on their walls anyway. It's kind of like a turf battle, but for artists. Of course, if somebody paints over our stuff with something lame, we'd probably just beat their ass. But when it's this good, well, you just gotta deal with it. You know, I kind of like their attitude. We have lots of unspoken rules like that. That's just how we roll around here. And this newbie doesn't seem to have figured that out yet. Newbie? Like I was saying before, there's places where graffiti is allowed and places where it ain't. See, a long time ago there was this group of punks that liked to paint wherever they wanted, but then they got sued by the tourism department. That's why we have a rule to only graffiti in places where it's not going to cause problems. This newbie doesn't seem to care though. They're spraying painting people's homes and everything. Even the ones on the main street. This sounds like it could be a culprit. Yeah, the description is practically a perfect match with the rumors. Huh? What are you talking about? Sorry, don't mind them. I'm looking for someone that's been doing some graffiti around town. Any idea where we can find this newbie you were talking about? Nah, never even met them ourselves. Not sure if they're just super stealthy or what. What we do know is that they're apparently pretty young. Now that you mention it, I did see some new graffiti over at the park when I last came through. Looked pretty fresh. Maybe you guys might want to try over there. That's a pretty good lead. Thanks, guys. Park's just up the stairs from here, right? Let's go check it out. Alright. Graffiti! He was right. The ink's not even dry yet. They must have just been here. This one's just as impressive as the last. Yeah, you really tell they have a gift for art. I guess some people are just drawn to this kind of thing. Kind of feels like there's this longing to be free. Honestly, if you showed this to an appraiser, I bet they'd tell you it was worth a load of money. You could put a price on a wall? I never even consider. Wait, if that's true, why don't you think the art could increase the value of Wilmer's boat then? I mean, assuming the culprit really is the newbie they were talking about. Yeah, it's possible. You know, from our client was talking, it sounded like he'd been in Mezzaldon for a long time. Given its reputation for culture, with all the commerce, sightseeing, movies, and ballet, it seems kind of odd that he wouldn't know about the graffiti scene, or how valuable it could be. Maybe it's just not into art? I mean, it probably just looks like scribbles to some people. Besides, I'm sure having a skull painted on the side of your trade vessel isn't very good for business. Yeah, guess you got a point there. Huh? Looks like somebody's coming this way. Let's hide. If we're lucky, this might be just our little artist friend. Hide? Where exactly? Oh, let's try those stairs over there. Missy. What's a young girl doing out here at this hour? And all by herself? Seems like she's interested in that piece of graffiti. Phew, those punks really freaked me out earlier. Think I'm in the clear for now, though. Just gotta add a bit more shading here, and... perfect. What am I even doing wasting all my time on this? I must be stupid or something. Ah, well, at least it helped me get all that pent-up energy out of my system. Looks like she's getting ready to leave. Seems like she's pretty good at avoiding people. I guess she'll take off if we try to approach her now. Let's wait for her to get wherever she's going. We'll try to talk to her when she's less guarded. Stealth section? Follow the graffiti artists. Alright. Bruh, that's not a hiding spot. Well, I guess we do go invisible. There she goes, she's wandering off. Hello, lady. Phew. Hey there. Cold one out tonight, isn't it? Uh-huh. Who the heck are you guys? Arkwright Solutions. We're what you call fixers. There's a job run right now, and we're kind of on the lookout for somebody. Listen, all we ask that you hear us out. If you don't like what we have to say, we'll just tell our client we couldn't find him. But we're gonna need you to be honest with us. Let's start with the most pressing question. You're the one that did the graffiti in the park, right? I won't be asking if you haven't seen me. Yeah, I did it. What's it to you? Alright, let's move on to question number 2 then. Did you graffiti a skull onto one of the ships in the harbor recently? Yeah, I think I did that one earlier this evening. The ship was so big, it looks like it was made to be a canvas. You seem pretty proud of it. Sounds like we got our culprit alright. The guy who owns the boat is looking for the person who's taken it to decorating it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to come with us. Whatever. He just wants me to clean it off, right? Pretty funny he'd send fixes after me for something so small. Don't you think you should be a little bit more remorseful, young lady? You're lucky he wants to resolve the things peacefully. You could have called the police, you know. When you make a mess for somebody else, you gotta apologize for it. Yeah. I thought I'd try to make a break for it, but it sounds like it'd just make things worse. What a pain. By the way, what's your name? You have to let your parents know what's going on. My name's Kasara, and I ain't got any parents. Oh, I didn't mean to. Since he was probably asked, I ain't got a home either. I'm a stowaway from Northumbria. Only landed in Mezzodon a few weeks ago. What? A stowaway? Makes sense. Northumbria was in a pretty sorry state after the whole assault pail incidents. But ever since they declared independence from the Empire, support for the rebuilding efforts has been on the rise. That's what I've heard too. Seems like an odd time to stow away though. Oh, sure. Everybody else was in good spirits. Must have been nice to get a fresh start. But I couldn't stand it. Everything felt so suffocating. My dad died when I was young, and for a long time it was just me and my mom. But then 5 years ago, she had a rare disease and was getting worse. There wasn't much the doctors could do, so they just put her on a bed rest. But that's when the Northern War happened. And the Empire invaded Northumbria. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they even declared it a province of the Empire. That's right, and for better or worse, they started reconstruction on Northumbria under their rule. After the war, a lot happened. We declared independence and life got easier for lots of people. And everyone who needed a doctor could finally get one. But as reconstruction went on, Mom kept getting worse and worse. Doctors said it was because she didn't get the treatment she needed from the start. And then, at the end of last year, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to make you go through all that again. I don't need your pity. My mom always talked about wanting to live overseas someday. I think Calvar was the place she wanted to visit the most. She used to go on and on about all the legends you guys have here, like Grimcat and stuff. Said it sounded like an interesting place. Oh, did she? So I figured now that I was on my own, what better place to go? All these people here got it so good, it kind of ticks me off. Anyway, once I learned about graffiti, I just started doing it to pass the time. Nothing more to it than that, really. Now here you are. Is it your story or mine? Whatever, it's fine. Let's go talk to this ship guy so we can get this over with. Sounds good to me. Sounds to me like there's a little more going on here than just some graffiti. Let's deal with the request before we cross that bridge. Sounds good to me. Let's get in touch with our client. Alright. Well, I still wasn't expecting the little girl to be the culprit. I don't care if it's a graffiti or whatever you call it, but you can't just go around drawing on other people's property. Hey, aren't you gonna apologize? Sorry I painted on your boat. Apology accepted. Now, as long as you agree to help us paint over the drawing, we'll consider the matter settled. Phew, I'm glad that was the end of it. As the rest of you, you have my sincere thanks. I'll have to walk her through the repainting process, so I'm afraid it's goodbye for now. Again, thanks for all your help. It's not gonna be easy, but make sure you do a good job, alright? Hey, don't go getting all touchy, you creep! Well then, with that, let me show you how to our warehouse. Hey, where are we going? I thought we were headed for the boat. You didn't really believe that, did you? I assume that means you don't understand the gravity of your actions then. Allow me to explain. You see, the material used to coat the outer shell of my ship is of incredibly high quality. Your worthless graffiti has damaged it irreparably. I'll have to pay roughly 110. Jesus Lord, 10 million mirror to see it repaired. Did you really think something like that could simply be painted over? How would I know? You stupid. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Learn how to speak to your betters, you damn punk! My apologies. Now, how do I get you to pay for this mess? Oh, I know. You can work for my company. Huh? Yes, that's an excellent idea. You can be our exclusive in-house artist. You know, I actually have a few contacts in the art world as well. Sure, they'd be more than willing to pay for your work. Ah, yes. What an amicable solution. So, what do you say? Well, I need an answer. Alright, I'll do it. Then we have a deal. Pleasure doing business. Of course things turn out like this. I always get the shortest end of the stick. These people, that gods just toss me aside. Hate them all. Now, let me take you to the room where I prepared for you. Don't worry, you'll be guaranteed food, clothes, and a shelter. You'll never need to take a step out of my sight for the rest of your life. Sorry, but I don't think I'll be letting this one slide, Wilmer. The Spriggan. As much as I appreciate your help from earlier, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave. Trespassing is not an act I take lightly. I think we'll be staying right here, actually. Especially after what we heard through the bug I placed on Kisara. You placed a bug on me? Is that why you patted me on the back? Did you now? And I assume you have a reason for going to such lengths? Sure do. See, when we first approached you about your request, you were talking like you'd been in Mezzodon for a while. And if that's true, there's no way you wouldn't have already noticed. Kisara's art is crazy good. So good, in fact, that if someone were to sell it, they'd no doubt make a good deal of Mira. Huh? Plus, you were pretty quick to declare that the recent outbreak of graffiti and the art on your boat were done by the same person. That's because you have a keen eye for artists. While I appreciate the compliment, I think you might be overstating things. Did I not say that graffiti is all scribbles to me? We heard what you said about having your contact in the art world would buy Kisara's work. I'm afraid there's no coming back from such a contradiction. Just a minute, Wilmer. This entire time, your goal has been to find some unknown, uber-talented graffiti artist, and use her as your personal cash cow, wasn't it? And that's not even to mention the lie about the damages about 10 million Mira. That's just what Kisara's art would sell for. I'm only connecting dots because Vaughn said something to me earlier, but Wilmer's come up as a suggested target in my Phantom Thief files in the past, which means now's my chance. I can't believe it took me so long to notice, though. So what? We've already agreed to settle things, with her approval too. The way I see it, you have no right to complain. She only agreed because you threatened her. If you're thinking of reporting me to the police, I would reconsider. After all, doing so would likely place the blame squarely on your own shoulders. I mean, think about it. You illegally barged into my warehouse, assaulted me, and even attempted to steal all my valuables. You think they'll believe something like that? Well, you said it yourselves. I've been in business in Mezzodon for quite some time. I've got a certain amount of sway around here, enough to cover up my mistakes, even. Now, it's high time you meddled saw your way out, I think. Don't you agree? What are we gonna do, Vaughn? We can't just let him go. We'll lose out if we keep pushing. None of our normal method's gonna work here. That said, I'm not exactly keen on letting scheming old men get their way. Guess the only thing we can do is leave it in her hands. Her? What was that? A card? Can't be. If evil hides in darkness, then my justice soul will be the shining light. Grimcat at your service. I couldn't take a special treasure from a certain villain. Grimcat? Isn't she just some silly legend? And what do you mean, a special treasure? Are you talking about this girl? You're delusional if you think I'll lose to you. What? Recovery successful. When did you... Could it really be? Hold on, what exactly is happening here? Don't worry, you can leave the rest to me. Not too shabby. So that's what he was talking about. Listen up, from this moment on, this child is mine. You try to take my things, and you better be prepared for retribution. I'll steal your entire fortune and spread it all across Mezzodon. Don't you think you can intimidate me with your bluffing? Wanna try me? For starters, how about I take all the mirror you piled up from not paying your taxes? Then I think I'll take your secret account book and parade it around town. It's hidden behind a door that can only be opened by a single key, right? One that's on you at all times. How could you possibly know that? Are you truly a phantom thief? See if you still don't understand the position you're in. I take it that means your status and ill-gotten gains mean less to you than I thought. No, please, wait! You win. I just have to pull back from the girl, right? How half-hard can you get? Say it with your chest, or not at all. Damn it! Alright, I swear I'll leave her alone. I'll never interact with a kid ever again. Are you happy now, thief? You act too big for your britches. Fine, I suppose I'll accept it. Pray we never run into each other again, criminal. And thus I bid you adieu. And there she goes. Damn it all! How did that Grimcat end up finding her way here? Everything was going so well. Well, that's the end of that. We can just leave this guy here. Let's get going. Yeah, right behind you. Phew, I thought my heart was gonna explode back there. Never thought I'd actually get to meet Grimcat, though. And she even saved me. Yeah, it's a miracle she managed to show up. Right, Judith? Come on, don't need to act all sulky about things. I wouldn't be acting so sulky if someone didn't wait until the last second to give me the signal. You guys didn't happen to see her where she ran off to after she brought me outside, did you? She told me to wait for you all to show up. Are you all friends of hers or something? Huh? Oh, no, not us. That'd be crazy. Let's just say we bumped into her a few times. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Anyway, I wanted to thank you all for coming and rescuing me, I mean. Still can't believe that old guy was such a creep, though. And I screamed like such a little girl, too. Yeah, there's nothing wrong about that. I mean, I was pretty freaked out myself. Let's just be glad that everything worked out in the end. Oh, almost forgot. Grimcat gave me a message to pass along. What'd she say? She said I may have told him that we were mine, but the truth is you're free now. Oh, that's a little sad to hear. You think so? Why is that? Don't worry, it's alright. She's done more than enough for me already. I'm not sure how to put it, but I guess the world isn't such a bad place after all. I wish I knew how to thank her for saving me. Maybe I'll try giving some more thought to my future. I've kind of been doing whatever I feel like since coming to Mezzodon, but it might just be time for a change. Sounds like a good plan to me anyway. And if there's anything we can do while we're in the area, just give us a holler. We give some pretty good discounts on our success stories, you know. Can't let the act down for a second, can you, Vaughn? Thanks, I appreciate it. With that, the curtain closed in the case. Alright. The artists! My monies! Chaos! Alright. Looks like I need to start working on the grays. The grade is really starting to lag behind now too, so I gotta start working on that. Alright. Okay! Well, that's that. I got achievements! Alright. Okay. With that said and done, I'm gonna wrap it up here. When we come back, we still got a marching garden we gotta go through, so we'll do that next time. And then after that, we will dive into Zekdarms. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you then. Later.